Assalamualaikum guys. Today we will learn rate analysis for block masonry 1 ratio 3. So we need to calculate the rate for 1 cubic meter and 1 square meter of block masonry work of 1 ratio 3. You know in tender documents the quantity of block masonry is usually provided in cubic meter, but sometimes it's also mentioned in square meter. So you need to know that how to calculate rate analysis for cubic meter as well as in square meter. So we will calculate in cubic meter first. So in step 1, we will calculate material quantities for 1 cubic meter of block masonry. So first of all, we need to calculate mortar quantity. So for mortar, the formula is total quantity of masonry multiplying percentage of mortar and then multiply dry volume factor. So quantity of masonry is 1, percentage of mortar is 0.25 and dry volume factor is 1.27. It's come out 0.3175 cubic meter. Now we need to calculate cement from mortar. So cement required is quantity of mortar multiplied by cement ratio divided by sum of ratio. So quantity of mortar calculated is 0.3175. Cement ratio is 1 divided by sum of ratio is 1 plus 3 is 4. So cement required is equal to 0.0793 cubic meter. So now we need cement in bags. So for cement in bag, we need quantity in cubic meter of cement multiplied by density of cement divided by weight of one cement bag. So quantity in cubic meter is 0.0793. Density of cement is 1440 kg per cubic meter divided by 50 kg bag. So we need 2.29 bag for 1 cubic meter of block masonry. Now we need to calculate sand, or we can say fine aggregate. So for sand, the quantity of mortar multiplied by sand ratio divided by sum of ratio. So this is the formula. 0.3175 is quantity of mortar, 3 is sand ratio divided by 1 plus 3 sum of ratio. So sand required is 0.238 cubic meter. For water, so for water required is formula for water required is water cement ratio divided by multiply by cement quantity. So we will take 0.5 as a water cement ratio multiply by 2.29 bag, and for calculating water in kg we need to multiply by weight of one cement bag multiply by 50. So 58 kgs, or we can say 58 liters required for 1 cubic meter block masonry. Now we need to calculate blocks, how much blocks we need. So for number of blocks, the formula is quantity of total block masonry divided by block size, one block size. So 1 divided by zero point 0.2 multiplied by zero point 0.2 multiplied by zero point 0.4. The block size is 200 meter, 200 meter multiplied by 400 meter. Or in in fits, we can say 8 inches multiplied by 8 inches multiplied by 16 inches. So total blocks required for 1 cubic meter block masonry is 63 blocks. So for determine actual manpower, we need actual productivity rates. Productivity varies by country as well as organization. So we take standard manpower norms. So for 1 cubic meter block masonry, mason required 4 hours, unskilled labor required 4 hours, and waterman uh, for curing purpose up to 7 days. So almost 1.5 hours required of waterman for 1 cubic meter block masonry. So now we have materials required and manpower required. So we will summarize all the detail of material and manpower here. So there are the details: cement, sand, water, blocks, mason, labor, waterman. Okay. Now Now we insert rates. These are the rates, actual market rates. Maybe it vary with time or with location. So multiply quantity with rate, you will find amounts of that item. And adding all the amount, we find total amount of uh, for 1 cubic meter of block masonry direct cost. We need overhead as well on 253.43. So now we will add overheads, contingency, and then profit margin and taxes. So direct cost is 253, for overhead 10% and contingency 5%. So the total cost is now 293.444 reals. 15% profit margin. So amount will be 335. 291 plus 43 is 335.16. And then 15% value added tax on 335.16, so 59.15. So total cost is now for 1 cubic meter concrete block masonry is 394.3 reals. Now we need to calculate for 1 square meter of block masonry. We have two options. We can repeat the same process for 1 square meter, all these steps we discussed previously, or we can extract it from cubic meter rate. So we will calculate rate from cubic meter here. So how we calculate square meter rate from cubic meter rate? So how much square meter of block masonry in 1 cubic meter? We need to know first of all number of square meter of block masonry in 1 cubic meter block masonry. So for block masonry in square meter, quantity in cubic meter divided by thickness of wall. So quantity in cubic meter is 1, thickness of wall is 200 millimeter, or we can say zero point 0.2 meter. So 5 square meter block masonry in 1 cubic meter block masonry. So now we calculate in square meter. So for rate in square meter is equal to rate in cubic meter divided by square meter in 1 cubic meter. So rate in cubic meter is 394.3 and 5 square meter in 1 cubic meter. So 394.3 divided by 5. So 78.86 real for square meter. So now we have rate of block masonry in cubic meter as well as in square meter. So in next video we will also calculate total steps for 1 square meter block masonry, inshallah. Thank you.